paste it. Here is the Nginx configuration server. The first line here is listing 80. That means that the Nginx web server is listing to port 80 here. For server name, you have to put your IP address, the IP address of your cloud server. Here is root, where our project files are located. So var www html stock app and public folder. After that, index represents here the file to be executed to launch our project. For the case of Laravel, it is index.php. And then we also have location here and other location parameters. So copy it, then paste it. We need to change the IP address. So go to your AWS account, copy the public IPv4 address. And then we will paste it here. If the name is different from stock app, please change it. Also, make sure that you have the correct PHP version package here. PHP 8.3 fpm.sock. You can now save the file and continue. Good. So now you need to tell Nginx to point your web application instead of default page. Because what we have here, let's check it, is remove the S because we don't currently install the SSL in our server. Welcome to Nginx. So currently the IP address points to default page for Nginx. Now we need to tell to Nginx to point to our web application. So to do this, come here, etc Nginx. Now, and we will open the Nginx config file. So nano Nginx conf. Here in the first line, you will notice that we have user www data. Here is the user which represents Nginx, and this is this user which executes all files in your project. That's why we gave an ownership and permission to our folder, project folder, with user www data and also the group www data. In the case that your Nginx config file here, the name the user is different from www data, please change it also while giving the ownership. Now, what we have to do is just to comment one line here. So we come here in this line. This line includes etc Nginx conf.t. All conf files means that Nginx will load all configuration files inside of the conf.t folder. And that is where we just created a new conf file. So the second line includes etc Nginx site enable load the default page for Nginx. So we have to comment it. Good. Then save the file and exit. So note, if you don't have that line in your Nginx conf file, then comment online starting with server listen et. Now we have to check our ng syntax. So copy it. Nginx T. Syntax is okay. Good. We need to enable and restart our ng server. So enable it. Restart our ng server. Now let's check if we are listening with the correct ports. So we just confirm that our ng server is listening at port 80. If nothing is displayed, it means that there is a misconfiguration of your ng server. Final step is step 6, run Laravel commands. If you come here and refresh the page, yes, you get an error. Run now Laravel command. So come here in our folder, project folder, okay. After that, we have to create .env file. So let's create it. Please make sure to have a different .env file from production and for local environments. Okay. Then save it. Good. Then we will execute the following to make sure that everything works fine. Good. Application queues set successfully. Now we have to install our node packages. Good. And finally run builds. Builds. So everything works perfectly. So now access the web app. So we have just to refresh our web page. Wait! We can create a new product, like call it a mango. Yes, something. Save it. Good. And also our database is responding well. So you can just our web application, Laravel web application is now online. So you can also access this app from the public DNS here. But please make sure to remove the S in HTTPS because we don't currently install the SSL certificate in our ng server. So once we remove the S, good. We can now use our application. Everything works fine. And congratulations, you have just deployed your first Laravel application on a Ubuntu cloud server.